And we're learning more tonight about the new ambassador job that businessman Nate Morris will have after he dropped out of the Kentucky Senate race last month. President Donald Trump said that he had asked Morris to step aside from the race and take on a role within his administration. Well, the White House shared today that Morris has been nominated as the ambassador to the Republic of Colombia. That nomination will now be sent to the Senate.